why do I always do this? Every time I'm live, look at this sunburn. Like, my skin is literally peeling. I've never had a sunburn like this ever before. It's so early. It's so early. I'd be surprised if some of y'all awake, but it doesn't matter. I really just wanted to just record a quick little video and just talk about some things. Because I got a lot of y'all talking about, oh, you should have took me. Oh, my goodness, I want to go there. But I'm going to be real with y'all. Jamaica is a third world developing country. I had no idea. Like, I'm such a fucking American. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking, like, you know, the Caribbean is just a really beautiful place and I want to go, you know, like that's what I think about when I think about traveling, you know. So I just, like, literally 2 days before I was set to leave Jamaica, I was buying my flight and I was packing up all of my shit. And I'm pretty much living out here right now. You know, I'll be out here for a minute, a few weeks at least. So I'm in Jamaica. Like, I'm really, really here. It's crazy. And I'm wearing my shirt for, like, the first time since October when I made it for the Mahalia concert. But anyway, so I'm staying in a much better area than where I was staying before. Where I was staying before was not too far from the hip strip. It was like right on the hip strip, right across the street from the beach, super close, you know what I mean? But it wasn't the best location because it wasn't very private and it was open access and pretty much everybody knew where I lived. So a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, actually that day that I went to the ganja farm, I almost got scammed by some Jamaicans. And what's crazy is that, you know, before I ever came here, people always tell me, you know, you gotta watch out for Jamaicans. You gotta watch out for Jamaicans. You know, like they're unlike any kind of islander. You know, and me, you know, I kind of took it with a grain of salt. You know, because I like to find out things on my own. And shit. That's what I'm saying, guys. Do not come to Jamaica if you don't know anyone. Seriously, I'm so fucking serious. Cause you know me, I travel all over the place. I've been to so many different islands. I've been to maybe 3 different countries. You know, this is my 4th country, I believe. And my 4th island. This is my 4th island, 4th country. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, it's unlike any other country, any other island that I've ever been to because, you know, it's a third world country. America doesn't really have any hands in Jamaica, you know what I mean? So it's just them and their government and their ways and their culture and just how they do things. So, yeah, I didn't really understand any of that until I was here. You know, I'm reading all of these articles, and of course, you know, all of the articles are positive, you know what I mean? Because they want tourism to come back to the island because they're kind of like New Orleans. That's how they make their money. That's how they boost their economy, through tourism. So anyway, yeah. I really just want to make sure, like, I talk about some things that I really want to talk about, even if nobody up in here, I don't give a damn, because I wake up early. I'm an early riser. But anyway, the sun here rises like 5:30, 5:45. But anyway, yeah, so it took me about a minute to realize it, but I'm actually staying with a gang in this part of Jamaica. And I didn't really get it until yesterday when one of my guy friends, I guess I thought he was a friend, but you know, of course, guys out here, they always want something else. Yeah, I invited one of my guy friends over here, and you know, I let him know in advance, like, okay, so the guy who introduced me to this place thinks that I'm his girlfriend, you know, and like, come on, you know what that means? Like, there's a guy who might be around who is, you know, hot and heavy, and he thinks, you know, he got a little ownership. So I let him know in advance. I let my friend know in advance, and he was just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come over there anyway. And while he was here, my friend knocked on the door. He knocked on the door, and the guy who showed me the place knocked on the door, right? And my friend who was here, who drives taxis and shit like that, he freaked out, right? He freaked out, and he was just like, oh, no, like, what's going on? He was hiding in the bathroom and shit, and I'm just like, why are you hiding? Why not just go out and meet him? You know? Hi, Sandy Rascal 17. Good morning, great rising. And So he was like really freaking out, and I guess he thought that, okay, I'm gonna call the guy who introduced me to the place. Let's call him Jamal, and the friend who was over here, let's call him Anthony. There we go. So Jamal was knocking on the door, and Anthony was like in the windows, like trying to find out like what was going on. Like he was being so scared. So long story short, Jamal and his guys told Anthony not to bring his ass over here anymore. You know, so it's like, yeah, like I'm really living with a gang, and they're acting like they're my big brothers, and I can't have any guy friends over here. I can probably have lady friends over here, but I can't have any guy friends over here because they are like, this is like their turf. This is their turf, obviously, and like people are afraid of them and stuff. And I'm talking about, I was walking down the street with Jamal, and I feel like I was on a movie, right? So we're walking down the street, and I'm kid you not, like we're walking down the street, and everybody's heads are turning, and they're looking, and Jamal is walking down the street just like dapping people off, and I'm just like, oh shit. I think this is a bit bigger than I thought it was. Like, so yeah, I'm like really living with a gang right now. But it's cool. Like, they're really cool people. I'm safe. I'm protected. They, like, honestly, like, they saved me from getting scammed 3 days ago when I was in Jamaica, you know. So like, I'm very thankful for these guys, and like anything I need, anything I want, I just hit them up, call them like, hey, I need to go here, or hey, I need this. You know, and this place that I'm staying in right now, is so freaking gorgeous. I'm talking about, first of all, the place is nice. I got it for a really good deal. And the view, can we look at this view? It's so beautiful out here. So gorgeous. Look at that. And finally, it looks like the dust is starting to go away a little bit. So we're getting our skies back after what, 2.5 days of that dust being here. So yeah, peace and blessings, everybody. Great rising. I hope you have an amazing Thursday. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and smoke some good weed. Peace and blessings.